They say that if you can remember the 60s, then you weren't really there. In 1960, the world's human population was a mere 3 billion. But it was the decade of flower power, free love, the first man on the moon, the Beatles, the Mini, and mini skirts. Britain was the centre of attention, with the nation leading the way in fashion and pop music. Coffee came in a jar, and, believe it or not, you made it yourself.
I'm out of coffee!
You're out of coffee?
In 1965, a train ticket from London to Birmingham first class single cost you £6. Today, that will set you back 85, and thanks to COVID, look like a very different journey. Fast forward to 2020. The Earth's human population has risen to 7.59 billion. So really it's hardly surprising that climate change, air pollution, congestion in towns and cities are all making news headlines. Or at least they were until COVID-19 arrived.
No!
For all the bad that wet fish market in Wuhan has wreaked upon the planet, it has also given us an opportunity. Yes, an opportunity to rethink an idea that was born in the 1960s involving the railway that would work even better today. Let's look at the current situation. According to the Office of Road and Rail, in 2018-19 the UK government spent £7.1 billion supporting the railways. At the same time, the Department for Transport estimated that across 14 major UK centres, almost 5 million empty seats were available on the rail network. The first point is obvious. Why are we paying to move fresh air around the rail network? The second point is that the available space is equivalent to around 75,000 heavy goods vehicles on our roads that contribute to climate change, air pollution and congestion. It does rather beg the question, what if we use the spare capacity on our rail network for deliveries? This would reduce air pollution and cut congestion in our cities and towns overnight, and generate new revenue streams that could save the taxpayer millions. It was on the 1st of January 1948 that the railways were first nationalised. On the 1st of April 1994 they were privatised, passing ownership to a variety of private companies. At the moment, the rail industry in the UK has been effectively nationalised again under the Emergency Measures Agreement. Train operating companies, TOCs as they're known, still run the trains. However, the UK government shoulders the financial risk and pays the TOCs a percentage management fee. Given the low numbers of people now using the train, the UK national newspaper calculated the figure as a subsidy of £100 for every train passenger that's being paid by the government. The long-term effects of COVID-19 are as yet unclear. However, some things are pretty obvious. More people are working from home and there's been a huge rise in online shopping that doesn't look like stopping anytime soon. While more people working from home might reduce pollution and congestion, it's unlikely to continue. Online shopping, on the other hand, is set to increase, and more deliveries mean, guess what? More air pollution and congestion. Meanwhile, trains are running nearly empty and the taxpayer is paying for it. So what's the solution? The airline industry saw the opportunity years ago and has adapted aircraft for multiple use by removing seats at the end of the day and then operating as a freight aircraft. So why not do something similar with trains? Rail causes far less pollution, so contributes less to climate change. Trains travel between towns and cities much faster than any road haulage ever could. Trains run to a timetable that, despite what you might think, according to the Office of Road and Rail, are actually very punctual. Plus, if you add zero-emission couriers first and last mile, it appears to be the perfect opportunity for any public or private sector organisation to move from road distribution to rail distribution, empowering them to play their part in a pollution and congestion-free sustainable future. And what's really ironic? All this already happened 57 years ago. It was called Red Star Parcels.
Almost anywhere at any time. That's the sort of promise Red Star can make with their fast, frequent, no-nonsense service.
Clean Air Deliveries will do whatever we can to promote this idea to the rail industry and politicians alike. What we hope you'll do is support us by voting and spreading the word to your friends. Unless, of course, you think paying to move fresh air around the UK rail network is a good idea.